And I'm also going to record to the cloud. Okay, welcome to this IELTS writing class. This is the first class in a week of IELTS writing. This is writing week. Now, 1 second. Now, Paul is going to be doing the classes tomorrow. I've got a bit of time off booked. Okay, so he's going to be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I've asked him to work on some. I think tomorrow he's going to do process diagrams, because someone asked me, "Can we do process diagrams?" Was that you, Michaela? Was it you, Andrea?
Well, I told you, yeah, that I don't like them and I try to avoid them. I find them difficult. So
I've seen his class on process diagrams. He does a great class on process diagrams. So you guys can do that tomorrow, and then you can negotiate with him what you would like to do, but he's obviously going to be focusing on specific types of writing. Now, I just want to say something about Paul's style of teaching, right? So everything I've taught you in terms of, we've said, don't focus on question types, right? I've said instead think about how many ideas you need to have in an essay. So Paul has a different way of doing it. So one thing I want you to do when you go into those classes is just go in with an open mind and try to assess his techniques, okay? Because they might be different from mine, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. It's obviously just different ways to do the same thing, okay?
Okay.
So Paul is doing the next 4 classes, but I'm doing this one. And today, what we're going to try and do is 3 things, okay? The first thing we're going to try and do is just a general review, okay, of task 2 stuff. Then I want to quickly look at paraphrasing. We'll do some practice together, and I want to make an important point that I think sometimes people forget. Okay, third thing we're going to do today is practice topic sentences. Again, I'm going to be focusing on grammar, like how to make a really complex topic sentence. Now, you guys will have seen this before, but we haven't specifically focused on it, okay? When I say topic sentences, I'm talking about the first sentence in your main body paragraph. So, first and foremost, one of the key reasons why, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So that's what we're focusing on there. Okay, let's get started. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just review some task 2, general task 2 stuff. How long should you spend, Andrea, on your task 2 in IELTS writing?
40 minutes.
You should spend approximately 40 minutes, but how long do we have in total?
60 minutes in total.
60 minutes, fantastic. And Shahuni, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so my way of looking at this is not to focus on the question types, right?
Yes.
Like problem and solution, advantages, disadvantages. Those things are real, they do exist, but I think it takes a longer to learn them. So let's just review what we've been learning, okay? So
Yes.
what's the most important thing that I've taught you about task 2?
Task 2 is you should achieve the task and then make sure you can support the main topics.
Task achievement. So yeah, good. So for task achievement, which is an IELTS exam criteria, what do we need to do?
Support the main idea.
Or your main idea. And Andrea, I think on our first day, Andrea, what did we say? What is a main idea? You told me this.
The answer to the question.
It's really helpful if you start to think of your main idea in your essay as the answer to the question. I'll return to it in a minute. Michaela, are you there?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen these classes, but how many times do we need to answer the question in IELTS? Bit of a weird question, isn't it? How many times usually do we need to answer the question?
2 times.
Well, sometimes it's 2 times, right? So that means 2 ideas.
Yes.
So for example, you might say, imagine it's about the environment, yeah? Your first idea might be pollution is dangerous. That might be one answer. And your other answer might be animals are dying.
Or 3 times.
Example. But some essays need how many, guys? Shahani. Some essays need 4 answers because
They ask for many ideas. For more
think
ideas.
about, yeah, like if it says advantages and disadvantages. Why does
That's
that mean?
plurals.
Because they use plurals, right? So advantages and disadvantages. So why, Andrea, why can I not just give one advantage and one disadvantage?
Because they are asking for more.
How many are they asking for?
For 4. I think.
Well, it has to be at least
At
what?
least.
At least how many advantages? It's got to
At
be at
least 2 ideas per paragraph.
Exactly. There's got to be 2 plus advantages, and then here there's got to be 2 plus disadvantages if you want to get your good task achievement. Okay. So we've gone through that kind of stuff, and we've also talked about how to support ideas, but I won't go any further on this. Okay. So that's a general review. Now, let's have a look at this question, guys. Here is an IELTS writing task. What type of question is this? Well, I don't want to think about that, do I? I want to ask, how many answers do we need to give for this question? How many times?
2.
Everyone?
Well,
I think 2?
2 answers.
Let's think about the essay. If I was planning this now, I'd need an introduction, wouldn't I? Definitely need that.
Yes.
Then I'd have my main body 1. Then I'd have my main body 2. Then I have, John, what's the 4th paragraph? John?
Conclusion.
conclusion.
Okay, so imagine my essays like this. Are we saying we need two answers to the question? John, what do you think?
First one is but it actually depends. If you're going to agree, then
Well, not really. I mean, the question is how many ideas do I need, right? Now, John, you need to do the minimum amount.
Yeah.
You only have 40 minutes. You don't want to put loads and loads in because you won't have time, you won't finish. So what is the minimum amount you can put in here?
One idea.
It could be one idea, can't it, Michaela? Good, we can put 1. Because it's just an opinion question. It's not saying, give me 2 advantages, is it? It's
Yes,
just saying, do you agree or disagree? Okay,
yes.
so, yeah, so here,
If you are agree or not. If you are agree, put agree. If you are disagree, put a disagree, an idea.
so there will be 1 answer in paragraph 2 and 1 answer in paragraph 3, all right? It's really, really important that. Don't waste time with any more. Okay, so let's say that's the review over now. I'm going to show you, I want us to just focus on this question here. Michaela, can you just read this to us? Some people
believe that nowadays we have too many choices. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement?
Okay, so guys, I want you now to look at I've started this essay already, okay? So I want you to look at it for me. Can everyone see that there? Yeah, can you all see that?
Yes.
Now, what do I usually say we need to do in an introduction? Just quickly, what's this first sentence? What am I doing, Shahani?
Passive voice.
Not necessarily in task 2.
Paraphrase.
Paraphrase. What are we paraphrasing, Shahani?
The object, the longest one. Nowadays,
Question.
we have too many. Yes,
Yeah,
question.
Yeah, it's just the first bit of the question, isn't it? This bit here, good. What's sentence 2, please, John? John, what's this sentence? I completely agree with the statement, John. Do you remember? We've done this loads of times, John.
yeah, your stand or opinion.
It's opinion, right? So you paraphrase the question, you give your opinion if necessary. Is it necessary here, John?
Yes,
Why?
because the question is asking you how much do you extend? I mean, to what extent do you agree or disagree?
So when you get, by the way, guys, when you get this to what extent question, you always need to say, I completely agree, I strongly agree, right? I
By the way,
partially
Alan,
agree.
can I
Yes,
ask a question, Alan? Is there a
cool.
difference between to what extent question and do you agree or disagree?
Yes, there is. The difference is that exactly what I'm telling you here, okay? When it says to what extent, you need to use a word like strongly, completely. Okay, Andrea, can you give me other examples?
Okay.
Totally.
Strongly, totally. What about if it's
Definitely.
50, what about if it's 50-50? What would we say?
How?
Partially.
Partially.
Okay. So for this type of essay, when it asks you to what extent, if you want to answer the question, you've got to give use one of these
All
words
right.
here. Okay.
Time you're going from.
Yeah. So Andrea, what's that? What's the third sentence here though? In this essay, I will.
Yeah, outline sentence.
So we've done this before, haven't we? We're still kind of reviewing, okay? There's 3 sentences here. And this is how we do an introduction. Now, what about this first thing here, paraphrasing the question? Does anyone remember what advice I've given you guys? Shahani, tell us, what's the advice I always give you about the paraphrase?
Only change at least 2 to 3 synonyms and use a passive voice and don't take too much time making the introduction or
Good, good. Let's say that again.
Synonyms 2 to 3.
Okay. Good, 2 to 3, good.
Yes. And then
many
you can change the sentences. Well, I mean,
Oops,
yeah.
sorry.
And you can also do reordering of words.
Reordering.
Yes. And then change the grammar by using these are or this is, something like that.
There is.
There is and there are.
And then Andrea, what do we need as well? It's not just there is, there are. It is, do you remember from last
Passive
time?
voice.
It's not, if I say there are people who.
Participle clause. Principal.
Relative clause,
Relative
okay.
clause.
So we've talked about this, haven't we, guys? And this is what I want to focus on now. What do you mean by reordering, Shahani?
For example, oil and gas, then you can put gas and oil.
Yeah, right. So it's dead simple. E.g., oil and gas can become
Gas and oil.
gas. Okay. So I want to focus on this though, right? When we're paraphrasing, guys, I've been trying to teach you to use this technique, and this is the first thing I really want to talk about in this class. Who remembers this technique here? John, do you remember this?
Yes.
Shahani, Andrea?
Yes.
Who else have we got here? Michaela?
Yes.
So Sophia?
Yes.
Okay, so just to review it, Sophia, if the question is something like this, these days people eat apples, how would you change that?
There are people who eat.
1 second, Sophia.
There are people who eat apples these days.
There are people who eat apples. All right?
Yes.
So this is our paraphrase. And this is the original IELTS question. Is everyone clear about this? I don't want to spend too much time. Here we've added this in, haven't we? This and this. Yeah? Any questions at all about this before I move on? No. So this is a way to change the grammar, right? Okay, good. So what I really want to focus on today is I want us to do some practice. And I want to really just underline, it's not really a secret, but you'll see what I mean. This can be, sometimes this is really easy to do, sometimes it's not. So my little thing in this class is just, if you can't do it, don't, try something else, okay? This is a great way to paraphrase, but not in every situation, not for every sentence. So we're going to practice that now, okay? So here is, let me just put this here. I'm going to show you a task 2 question, random task 2 question. And you guys have to just paraphrase the question, okay? Here it is. Each year, the crime rate increases. What are the causes of crime and what could we do? So can you all please get a pen and paper and write me down a paraphrase of this sentence, okay? You've got about 1 minute to do it. Tell me when you're finished, please. This would be your first sentence, isn't it, in paragraph 1. Can you do it with there are, there is, there are, plus relative clause? Yes or no? Can it be done? Have a go. Tell me when you're finished, please. You can just type in the chat box when you're done. Has anyone finished? Read it to me. Come on, I'm sure we can do this now. Let's have a go. Andrea, read out what you've got, if that's okay.
There is an increase in the rate of crimes in every year.
Okay, so that one more time.
There is an increase in the rate of crimes in every year.
And the rate of crime crimes. Rate of crimes every year. Okay, but yeah, actually, that's actually okay. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not how I would have done it because there's no relative clause, but that's okay. Excellent. Let me try you, Michaela. Can you do one?
Sir, can we say like this? There is the rate of crime rate which increases every year.
There is the rate of crime rate? No. You could say there is. There is the. This is what I mean. This is what I'm trying to show you. It doesn't work. Okay. What about you, Shani? Do you have any ideas?
It's the same as there is an increase in the rate of crime yearly.
Okay, so you've gone for the same thing, but yearly.
Yes.
John, do you have any other ideas? No? Michaela? Okay, well, look, this one is possible but difficult. Now let's try this one. You need to do the same thing for this one, guys, okay? Paraphrase the question. Can you use there is, there are? All right, again, I'll give you like 1 minute. There is, there are. Using that structure. My point is that you can't always do it, all right? So don't try and do it when just doesn't work. And then I want us to try and think quickly about why does it not work sometimes. So I'm going to get someone to do, we want to do this a bit faster, okay? So you've got a bit of time. And then I'm going to just pick someone has to do their best, okay? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pick John. John, are you there? John? Has he left? Okay, he's left. Okay, let's try Shahani.
It is no longer necessary to write letters by means of modern communication.
1 second, we've just got some background noise here. All right, Shahani, can you do it with there is, there are? Is it not possible?
No, I was thinking and I couldn't think of any sentence.
So you did it another way, and that's
Yes.
good. That's exactly what I want you guys to do, right? You can't always use there is, there are. Does anyone? Is it possible though? Sophia, Andrea,
I have something.
go on. I'll tell you if it's possible. or
Modern
not. Go on.
communication means writing letters which are no longer necessary.
No, it doesn't work, Sophia. This is what I mean. Okay, so it doesn't work. Andrea.
So there are modern communication means which make writing letters unnecessary.
Ooh. Which make writing letters unnecessary. Very nice, very, very nice. So, but my point is here, you know, just like we've talked about this in other contexts as well, right? My point here is if you feel confident to do something, then do it. But if you don't just do it because you think, well, I always do this, or this is the thing that Alan recommended, right? It's the same with synonyms. We've talked about this in the past, right? Only use synonyms when you're really confident in them. Because to me, it's like you've got to weigh up, what if I get the grammar wrong, you know, it's going to read really badly. I don't want to start my essay with a really bad sentence, right? So if you feel confident, then use there is, there are as a way to paraphrase. But if not, in the exam, just think, okay, well, I don't think I can use that technique here. I'm going to try something else. All right. So let's just think in general, why do these things work? This one doesn't work either. Look, it's very difficult. I chose some really difficult ones. A government's role is only to provide defense capability. Can anyone think of there is, there are here? There is a government. Anyone? Shani, Andrea, you guys pretty, you might be able to do it. I think it's not possible. I could be wrong. Look at this one then. Sophia, this one is not possible as well. Social media is becoming increasingly popular. So, Sophia, could we use there is, there are here?
There are
social media.
Social media which increases popular among all age group.
Well, yeah, it doesn't work, Sophia. Okay.
Yes.
So I really wanted to get this across, and we're going to move on in a second, right? But how do you know when's the best time to use that technique for paraphrasing? How do you not know? What does there, I'm kind of showing you, right? There is, there are. What does it mean? What does it actually mean?
Something is there.
There is a cup. There it is.
You are pointing out something.
It's like pointing out something. It's like saying that something exists. So I might say to you, Andrea, is there a cup?
No.
And you would say, no, there is not.
There's not.
Okay. So if we think about the actual meaning of there is, there are, okay, it's talking about existence, the existence of something. But sentences, when you're paraphrasing this sentence, it won't always be talking about the existence of something, right? So this is my little rule for you guys, which I prepared beforehand. This is my point. You can only use there are plus relative clause if the question is talking about a situation in time. What do you think the missing word is, guys?
Present. Real.
Almost. Think about articles. I always say articles is a bit like this, don't I? So
Precise.
almost precise, specific,
Specific.
guys. Okay, so if this thing is giving me something specific, like these days people are buying more phones, is that specific? These days people are buying more phones. Is there a
Yes.
specific situation in time? Yes. Okay, so that is to say an existing situation. If it makes a general statement, often with be, then it doesn't usually work. Okay, and when I come back next week, I'll be testing you guys on this. I want to continue with this technique because it's a great technique, but you have to be very careful with this. Okay, so look, I spent a bit too long on this, so I'm going to move on. We've reviewed, okay, we've also talked about paraphrasing, and I've made my important point. Because the reason I'm making that point is because I've seen lots of errors recently, okay? Now I want to talk about topic sentences. So let's look at this. Where is the topic sentence here? Oops. Where is the topic sentence here, guys? What do I mean by topic sentence?
First and foremost, one of the main reasons.
Yeah. So what is a topic sentence, Andrea?
The one who gives the main idea.
Yeah, good. A topic sentence gives the main idea. What really is the main idea, guys?
The answer to the question.
The answer, okay? And this is what I want to spend the rest of the class working on with you. These types of sentences. Now, again, it's a bit similar to the other one. The grammar I teach you is really complex. One of the main reasons why I believe that. That's really tough. So we're going to spend the rest of the class practicing this kind of topic sentence. Okay? So, first thing I'm going to do is show you another question. Let me just take a copy of this. So here's the question, here's the next question we need. Topic sentences. Oops. I'm getting lost here. I'm lost in my own document. Here we go. So I've written another essay. Okay. One more time. Let me ask Michaela, where's the topic sentence here? This is half an essay. Can you read out the topic sentence, please, Michaela? Michaela, where is it, the topic sentence? John, where is the topic sentence? We just showed it. It's giving you your answer. John and Michaela, are you there? I'm not sure if you just don't understand or you're not there. Michaela? Well, it looks like I don't know what's going on with those guys. I think this is an amazingly easy question. Shahani?
And
Yes,
answering
first and
Oh, here we go. Okay.
John?
So it's this.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, first and foremost, one of the main reasons why I believe that we have too many choices these days is globalization. So that's the first.
Good. Now, Michaela, sorry, are you there now? No?
I'm
All right.
here.
Okay, so Michaela, I just want you to tell me, what is the main idea here? Can you tell me?
Globalization.
Good, good. Now, Andrea, are you there?
Yes.
I want us to break down this sentence because it's quite complicated. We've got the main idea here at the end. What's this?
Marker, first and foremost.
It's John. Do you know what? It's not a marker. It doesn't really
Linker?
matter. We call it a linker. Okay. So look, first and foremost, you always need a linker. Okay. Then at the end, we're going to have our idea, globalization. Do we need to explain the idea here, Andrea?
No.
Now, Sophia, what's going to go in this bit? I'm trying to break it down into 5 parts, these types of sentences. Okay?
Superlative.
Look at this here. Look at the sentence itself. We've got this. One of the...
Yes, we are stating the
Key
reason,
information.
answering the question.
Kind of, yeah. One of the main reasons why I believe that. Okay? So in this case, it's going to be this. One of the main reasons why I believe that. Okay. What's next, please, Shahani? Refer to question. What does that mean?
Refer to questions when we have too many choices these days.
Good. So what do you think the essay is about? What's the
It's
topic?
about too many choices among
Good,
people.
right? So we're actually referring back to the question at this part of the sentence. So one of the main reasons why I believe that people, Shani, have too
many choices.
too many choices. Usually our verb is going to be what, Andrea?
Is?
Yeah, it's be though, it's usually be. So I'm trying to break this sentence down for you guys into main components. Okay? Now, what I want you guys to do is practice making sentences today like this one. All right? So does anyone have any questions? Because I'm going to move on to a different essay question and I want you to try and copy this.
Well, it's okay to use we. It's not better to use people. Like we have too many choices.
You could say, it's a good point. You could say we, or you could say people. Both are the same.
It sounds like being more informal if we say we.
It is, but actually in the question itself, it says we. I know what you mean though, but I'll show you the question itself somewhere. It says we.
Oh, okay.
But you're right though, you are right. It's a little slightly more informal. Okay, but if it's in the question, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, I want you to do the same, don't worry if this is stressing you out now because we've got loads of different practice. Yes?
The question asks about our idea, whether we agree it or how, to what extent do we agree it. It is not asking, but why do we writing about the reasons?
Well, just say that again, Sophie. I'm not sure if I really understand what you're saying. Go on, one more time.
Question is, actually the question, it asks about the, to what extent do you agree? The statement.
Yep.
It's not asking about anything about the reasons. But in the statement, we give one of the main reasons. Even in
it's a good point, I suppose. Yeah, but what are you going to talk about? Yeah, what are you going to talk about if you don't talk about the reasons why you think something in an opinion essay? I mean, I know what you're saying, but what else could you possibly talk about?
Okay then.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, if I see if in this type of question is asking you about your opinion, okay, it's an opinion question. It's asking you about extent. It is asking about extent, so you say completely. I get that, but then when you come into your main body, I would just stick with reasons, right? But Sophia, you are right. I suppose we could change this, right? Instead of saying believe that, why don't we say completely
Agree.
agree that, Sophia? That would be much better. So it is a good point, all right? I like that point. We've got to pay attention to what the question's asking us. Okay, let's have a go, guys, right? So here, now it's over to you, okay? So I'm going to bring this here. I've put too much stuff on this document today. Right, so you now have another question, all right? I'm sorry I'm moving fast with the questions, but that's what IELTS like. They don't give you time to, you know, get used to the topic. There's no chance for preparation. Let's just quickly read this together. Andrea, can you read this here? Some people
believe that it is good to share as much information as possible in scientific research, business, and the academic world. Others believe that some information is too important or too valuable to be shared freely. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion.
Okay, so imagine you're in the exam and you've written your introduction here, all right? What's this, Shahani? You've written your introduction, just
yes,
a quick review.
that's the
That is,
paraphrase.
yeah, it's actually two
paraphrase.
sentences here.
Yes.
Yeah, good, because there's two sentences in here, okay? Then what's this, please, Sophia?
Opinion.
So
Very good, and then lastly, we have
and
Andrea?
the second outline.
Okay. So that's all been written for you, but the first and foremost sentence is not here, okay? You must write the topic sentence for this essay. Now, I've written the rest of it for you. So, Andrea, you have a topic sentence. That's your answer to the question, right? What's the second sentence we normally write? This one.
The reason?
Kind of the reason. It's the
Explanation.
we're supporting, aren't we? So we usually explain. Sometimes we give the reason. You can, yeah, I'm not saying that's wrong. We usually explain or give reason, and then lastly,
example.
so I've given you the example, I've given you the explanation. You guys just have to write your topic sentence, okay? And I'm going to do this, we'll do this together, all right? And the next one you guys will have to do on your own. I'm just going to make this simple. So what's the linker that I always say to use? John, are you there? I still have you.
Same here.
John, what's that linker that I always like? It must be driving you crazy by now. First
and foremost.
Foremost, okay? So it's a really nice little linker. It sounds really idiomatic in English, okay? So I know I can do this. Now I need an idea. What is my idea? You can see it here. It's already here.
Using chemical weapons.
Yeah, it's chemical weapons, isn't it? So here is chemical weapons. I don't need to explain it. I just need to say the word chemical weapons, all right? Now, I want you guys to do the rest. Let's just double check. What type of essay is this? Sophia's right with this. We need to be careful, don't we?
Two ideas.
Opinion essay.
So it's a kind of an opinion essay. How many ideas do we need? We just need two. One in paragraph 2 and the second one in paragraph 3. Okay, so we've got our idea. What are we going to say here? One
of the reasons why I.
It's an opinion essay, isn't it? Good. One of the reasons. One of the what? I mean, there's many reasons. So you just want to choose the most what?
Important.
Yeah, one of the important keys a bit better, I suppose. One of the key reasons why I. What comes next?
Why I
believe.
Believe. It's not is the fact, and this is John. You've got to be careful here. So one reason why I believe that.
Information then refer to question that.
Now we've got to refer to the question. What is the question asking about?
Some information should be shared.
Good to share, but others believe.
It's about sharing information, isn't it? You know, dangerous information. So one of the key reasons why I believe that information, you can help me finish this? Look, what's my opinion here? You can get the opinion from this.
It may become dangerous when we share some information.
Information should not be.
So do I think it's good thing to share all information, or do I think it's not a good idea to share all information?
Information
not a good idea.
not be shared.
So information should
Not be shared.
not be shared, right? So first and foremost, one of the key reasons why I believe that information should not be shared goes here, is chemical weapons. So this is what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and get this together. So I've got another one for you. I want you to do the same thing, guys, okay? But this time I'm not going to help you, all right? Can you quickly read the, and let's get someone, Michaela, can you read the question here? Nowadays?
Nowadays, many countries have very cosmopolitan cities with people from all over the world. How can the government ensure that all these people can live together harmoniously?
Okay, so this is a question about, what are we talking about here? What's the problem this is dealing with, Andrea? Live together harmoniously. What does that mean? What's the problem?
They cannot live together.
Who cannot live together? What does cosmopolitan mean?
Cosmopolitan cities, big cities.
Does anyone know the meaning of the word cosmopolitan?
No.
The city where many people live with the different cultures.
Yeah, different countries, nationalities, cultures. Okay, so people obviously, this is asking about how can we make these people not, you know, fight with each other, I guess, right? Not hate each other. So it's a serious question. I'm giving you the idea, guys. What's my solution, Shahani? How can we make people not fight with each other from different countries and cultures?
More community activities.
Yeah, like what? For example?
Community affairs.
Community affairs. What does that mean? Well, I'll just tell you something that we sometimes do here. Has anyone heard of the idea of street party?
Yes.
Party? You just we have one where I live, yeah. Or a parade, Mardi Gras. You can have a parade, right? To make people, you know, more joined together. Okay, now I've given you the idea, right? So where's that going to go, John? Where am I going to put more community activities?
Support.
Which box do I put it in? Am I going to put this here, 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 or here?
Idea.
At the end, isn't it? Right. So we've already got the second part, guys. Now you guys get your pen and paper. Write me down the sentence, please. First and foremost, one of the, now you're going to have to change this, right? It can't be one of the key reasons why I think. You're going to have to change it a little bit, aren't you? Look, how can the government ensure that all these people live together harmoniously? Well, I suppose you could actually, you could put one of the key reasons. Well, no, you have to change it, yeah. So you got a couple of minutes, have a think about it, off you go.
Where do we start, Alan? Is it one off?
Yeah, it's always one of, but you can't say one of the key reasons why I think, because the question isn't asking you that, right? It's asking you how. Okay, so you guys need to think about what can I put in here?
Concert, I don't know, something like that, music.
No, you've got your idea. I'm giving you the idea, Michaela. You don't need to put it. You can just write, but I want you to do the grammar of the sentence here. Yes?
Done.
We can use one of the key, because I think it is first and foremost one of the key aspects why I believe that the government should ensure all these people should live together harmoniously.
Yeah, this is what I mean, but that doesn't work. Key aspects why I believe. That doesn't work.
How about first and foremost, one of the important aspects on how the government can ensure that people can live harmoniously?
Go on,
First and
Shani. First and foremost, one of
the important aspects on how the government can ensure that people can live together harmoniously is having more community activities.
people can. It's not quite right, but you got this. You got this right, and I liked your refer to the question bit. That was good. Andrea, do you want to try?
First and foremost, one of the key solutions for making people live in peace is by initiating more community activities.
Ooh, I like that. Making people live in peace. I suppose I would say one of the key solutions. I guess I would say it's better in English to say helping, because it sounds a bit too strong. Making, like you're just going to grab them
Yeah.
and force them to do it. Like, "Arr!" But yeah, that's nice. That's the best one I've heard so far. John, Michaela, do you want to try? Yep.
Can I try? One of the things that a government can do to make the community live in harmony
Is
more more community activities.
Hey, I love that, John. John, that's really good. Say it again. First, say it slowly so I can put this on the study document. First and foremost.
One of the things that a government can do to make the community live in a harmony is more community activities.
Live in harmony is more community.
Or we can make a community people instead of a community to avoid
No,
the
this is beautiful. This is really, really nice. I love this. Okay, and this is not an easy skill to do, guys. So when you're not going to finish this class going, oh, I can do this now, because this is a really, really complex type of sentence I'm trying to teach you. Okay, so we'll be returning to this later. Sophia and Shahani, you had a good go, and it wasn't like, oh no, it's gone completely wrong, but you need to focus on this part. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're going to do it again. Ready? One more. So same thing. In many countries, very few young people read newspapers or follow the news on TV. What do you think are the causes of this? What are the solutions you can suggest? Now, this is going to be really tricky because it's causes and solutions. So you don't say one of the key reasons. You're going to say one of the key
Solutions.
Causes.
causes or one of the key solutions. Yeah, good. All right, you've got 2 minutes. Tell me when you're finished and ready. Write me one topic sentence, please. Off you go. Okay, does anyone feel like they want to have a stab at this?
Yes, can I try?
Go on. Go on.
First and foremost,
Hmm?
one of the key causes why people don't have time enough is because they are
One second. People don't have time. Enough time
to
is, yeah, now you can say because. It's
is
okay, right?
is working. I don't know.
Because, no, you could say because they work.
They work, yes.
You don't have to explain it, right? That's sentence 2. Now, you said one of the key cause why. You can't say cause why. You need another word when it comes to cause. It's so annoying. Does anyone know the preposition? I'll be amazed if you can guess it. Well, I've just...
Cause
Anyone? What has she missed? What has Michaela missed? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Michaela, you need to say causes for why.
or why?
Okay, really, really tough. Okay, apart from that, loved it. Really, really good. Anyone else?
Alan, can I see the question again?
Yeah, sorry, it's gone off the screen. Michaela, I really like that. Really good.
Okay, thank you.
So it's tricky, isn't it? This is a really tough little skill.
Yes.
Can I try?
Okay, go on.
Oh, wait.
Okay, John, when you're ready.
Oh, wait, I'm doing a correction.
Okay, all right, we'll give you a bit of time. I'm going to pick on someone now. Sophia, surely you're ready.
First and foremost, one of the key causes for why
Yeah.
why people do not read the newspaper or follow the news on TV is because they are getting
Because they
online.
are what they watch online.
Online.
Very nice. Okay, and I think yours has much better task achievement than... So, Michaela, I love the grammar of yours, but you said people don't have enough time. The question's about watching newspapers, okay? So I would say that Sophia's bit here is actually just a little bit better than yours, okay? Because she's actually going back to the question in more detail. All right, so I love that one. Anyone else want to try? Andrea?
Yes.
Honey?
First and foremost, one of the key causes for the decrease in the number of people who read newspapers or watch the news on TV is the lack of interest in daily news.
Nice, really, really nice. Shahani?
Actually, I'm going for the
Still working on
solution.
it? Okay, do the solution. Same thing. Yeah, go on.
First and foremost, one important solution on how to entice the young generation to read the newspaper is for them to because the idea, I'm kind of confused on how I can word it out.
Okay, but again, notice how the word for, guys, is here. When it comes to causes,
Yes,
problems, and solutions, though, it's always for. One important solution for, what was this? For why? Okay.
Making people read.
Making, because I put it in important solutions for the young generation to read more newspaper.
Solutions. Yeah, it doesn't work grammatically. You'd have to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so one important solution for
enticing
enticing.
Saying the young generation.
You know that there's always that rule as well, isn't there? After a preposition, you never have to, right? It's always, if you've got a verb after a preposition, guys, it's never to entice, right? Okay, so we're getting the idea now, and I want us to try some more, okay?
Can I try?
Oh yeah, go on, John.
First and foremost, there is a decline in young people who follow the news on TV or read newspapers in many countries. One of the things that causes this is due to addiction to mobile games.
Okay, but you changed the grammar a lot there, so you've gone for there is, and you're repeating, that's okay, but you've already said that in your introduction, right? You don't need to say it, you don't need to go
Oh
through all
yeah.
that again, because this is sentence 1 of paragraph 2. Okay, but
Which is safer, Aling? Do I need to use few or declined? Which is safer?
it depends on the context, I'm afraid. There's no rule. Depends on the context. Okay, just quickly, guys, just before I'm going to do a little bit more practice, but what about paragraph 3? I can't say first and foremost. Sophia, you've got some nice sentences. For paragraph 3, you can use the same structure, Sophia,
Yes. And
but you don't say first and foremost. What do you say?
when we when it comes to the solutions,
You can say when it comes to here. True. You can also say another, guys. Right?
Turning to the other.
Yeah, you can use those kind of linkers, right? So another, but you would say another key reason why, right? Here you go. When it comes to solutions, one key solution. You can do it like this. One key solution. Actually, so hold on a second. No, ignore me. You can't say another. Okay, so when it comes to solutions, one key solution for why people.
sir, can we use why here?
It's not a solution for why, is it? What can we say, guys? One key solution for. This is why we have to be flexible, don't we? We can't just do the same thing all the time.
Solutions are for encouraging or improving the youngsters to younger generation or youth.
No, you want something like the problem of.
Solution for the problem of.
In this case, Andrea, what is it? One key solution for the problem of. What are we talking about here? The problem of
not reading newspapers and following TV.
The decreasing number of people. Yeah, people not.
Okay, so solutions. Now what I'm going to do, we're going to go and we'll do it a little bit more, but now it's the hardest part, because what we're going to do now is go straight to some random questions on a website I recommend. Okay, and I want you guys to just deal with whatever comes up. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so I highly recommend this website. It's called IELTSexam.net. Has anyone seen it?
No.
No.
Lots of materials here.
Yes, I have a link for that.
My only warning is that when you go to these, there's loads of questions to practice, but when you go to the sample answers, there's lots of mistakes in the sample answers. So don't copy the sample answers, all right? Okay, so looking at this here, let's look at this question. Many people believe that increasing levels of violence on television and films, this is completely random, okay? So we're going to imagine we're in an exam now. Many people believe that increasing levels of violence on television and films is having a direct result on levels of violence in society. Others claim that violence in society is the result of more fundamental social problems such as unemployment. How much do you think society is affected by violence in the media? Okay. So we've written our introduction. Just imagine we've finished it, 3 sentences. We then come on to main body 1. Okay? And we know we've got a topic sentence, and then later on we'll support that. So how much do you think society is affected by violence in the media? Obviously in your intro you'll say, what do you actually think about this, Andrea? How much? A lot? Small amount? A little bit?
A lot.
Okay, so let's just say our answer in our intro here is, in my view, society is affected a lot by violence. Okay. So that is in our introduction. We're now going to come to our first sentence.
Is affected
paragraph 2. Okay, and I want you guys to write me that first sentence. First and foremost, one of the. Let's just get an idea together. I'll let you guys have an idea. Can anyone give me a good idea for this one here? Why do we think that, Andrea? I agree with you, but why?
Selfishness, selfish.
How does that answer the question, Sophia?
Too much exposed to the
People
television.
try to copy what the media is showing.
Yeah, and specifically, who is it who tries to copy?
The people who's watching.
Is it all people, like adults like me and you? Do we really try and copy it? Some maybe, but the real
Some.
dangerous ones are
Children?
the children, right? They don't understand that it's not real, maybe, and they start to model themselves. So I would say our idea here is, so you're going to say first and foremost, one of the key reasons why I think that, yeah, society is affected by the violence in media a lot is children. Children what?
Are being influenced by
Children are influenced by it. Okay, so that's the end of your sentence, guys. All right, you've got 1 minute. Please write me down. Sorry, I made a mistake with my diagram. Please write me down one more sentence using first and foremost, one of the. Okay, you've got the end of your sentence. You've got be here, right? You know you've got this. Write it down. Off you go. First and foremost, one of the.
First and foremost, one of the key reasons why I believe that society is affected by violence in the media is
You already have it, Sophie. It's here. Yeah.
Children are influenced by it.
That was excellent. Really, really good. Say that one more time. Did you write it down? One more time. Go on.
First and foremost, one of the key reasons why I believe that society is affected by violence in the media is children are influenced by it.
Good. Who else wants to try one? Shahani?
Yes, so first and foremost, one of the reasons why I completely agree that the society is being affected by violence in the media is children are influenced by it.
Yeah, you're really getting the hang of it now. Nice. Who else wants to try? Andrea?
I'm not sure about mine, but first and foremost, one of the main problems that violence in media cause is its influence on the children.
Yeah, the grammar's good. Task achievement, I don't know if you're answering the question, but we're not really focusing on task achievement today. I just want to see that you can get that grammar right, okay? You've got to be flexible. So that was fine. There was no grammar error, I don't think. So that was good. Michaela?
First and foremost, one of the key reasons I believe that
Society
is affected by violence from media is that children are influenced by
Good. Almost.
Almost.
Just that first bit that you didn't say this bit one more time. First and foremost.
One of the key reason, cause, I believe that is that society is affected by.
No, you need to say one of the key reasons why I believe that. Okay. Okay. John, can I hear yours? Sorry to interrupt you there. John?
I'm not done yet.
So this is the skill. Why are we doing this? Because your topic sentence is really important. That first sentence. You've got to answer the question, okay? But also, if you can practice this kind of every day, it's a really, really complex sentence. But there's a certain logic to it that forces you to answer the question. That's why I like it. it makes you answer the question, right?
Yes. Yes.
Whereas other topic sentences, you know, sometimes you can just, you're stressed, you're worried, and you forget what the question is. So I'm going to stop it there.
Thank you so
All
much,
of this-
Alan. Very good class, really.
You're welcome. Thank
I
you.
always
All
struggle to form the topic sentence. Today, you made me easy, really.
Well, I
Thank
think
Indeed.
you're welcome, and I think, guys, I
Really
really think this is a
the-
good
the
thing
class.
to learn. I hope that you guys can get your you can. I want you guys to get, if you stick with me, right? Every class we tend to repeat the same sorts of things. So I want by the end of hopefully let's say the next 2 weeks, all of you guys just banging these out really easily. Okay, but it's just a question of practice. So just to finish, practice, practice, practice. This is the homework, should you choose to accept it, okay? Choose 5 IELTS task 2 questions. Please don't write the whole essay, because I can't mark the whole essay. But imagine, well, yeah, imagine you have to write the top, write only the first topic sentence for each question, just like what we've done today, okay?
Yes.
You can email them to me and I will just send you back grammar corrections. Email them to me at ttmhealth. Email them through to me and I'll just ping them back on email saying, you know, this bit's right, but this is wrong, something like that, okay? So you get to choose 5, anything you like. And on that note, we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Don't forget there's a super session this week, so if you want to go and look at the super session, feel free to do that. But I'll say goodbye.
Thank you, Sir Alan.
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you so much,
Bye
Alan.
bye.
Bye-bye.
And thanks, Sophia. I really appreciate that. Thank you.